talk a lot now, which is I find fantastic, you know. But that was probably the object of the exercise. And when I initially sat outside the community centre, I seen people coming out of the community centre walking like that, and it says they're going home to look at a square box. So we'll have to do something about it, and we did.
Dublin Dockers would walk or anything, and it holds the record as the biggest turnaround port in the world.
But
when
why,
it was old-fashioned.
Why would they walk for anything? Why he had to do it?
Stop going back and forward, will you?
He had to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They had to get in and
Would he
do
last
it.
let
Yes.
And
He
in
had to do it.
1918, do you know how much a docker was getting a week?
How much was getting a
A
week?
shilling. 1 king's shilling.
Per day.
No, per week.
I came here about a year and a half ago. I came to the Mens Shed, and the reason I came here is because my wife, she suffers from dementia, and I find it very comforting coming to the Mens Shed. I come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I find all the lads very cheerful, and it boosts me up, let's say.
You've learned new trades because every man that's in the Mens Shed has a different trade, different experience in life and work. So you combine all them together. Everybody, you're sitting there and you're learning something, and you're standing over somebody. He knows what he's doing. You didn't know, but you learned, and with your job as well, they learn from you. Everybody learns from somebody. It's a great way for men that's retired and men that's out sick that can't go back to work, and it's a great outlet for them, great outlet for everybody. And since I come in here now, I've got better because I was sick for a few years. As I come into the Mens Shed, I've got better. So that's the benefit for me and most people that come in here to get. It's a well-being thing. It's very good for people's health, men's health, which normally we wouldn't be. Men don't normally talk about health or deal in health or talk about it. The Open Heart Surgery, yeah. Well, that was 2.5 years ago. I'll be 3 in May. I got a heart valve done and a bypass, and as soon as I got the operation done, I was up after 3 days, and then I was out after 8 days. On the 8th day, I came out and I come around here. I was sitting in a chair in the garden. The lads put one of our new stools up and put my feet up on and gave me a coffee. And for weeks after, I was in the glass house to keep the heat in my body, and then that helped me immensely. I didn't go home and sit in a chair and wither away. I just come in here. The lads are slagging me wooden heart and everything else, and just the usual. So that helps. It helps everybody, you know. So.
Well, I heard about it a few years ago, but unfortunately that was exactly when I got sick. So I said I'd drop down one day about 2 years ago, and from the time I come down, I just couldn't resist coming again.
Well, you take some. Are you comfortable?
Very comfortable.
Well, you're not comfortable now.
I was sick again last year, as bad as I was with the serious illness, and I still, within weeks, I was back down again. You know, and then I was in hospital for 17 days, and yet I was back down here in 3 days of getting out. I felt it was therapeutic, you know, seeing the lads, not thinking about what's wrong with you. Your mind just completely gets away from the everyday things that you pick up when you go home into your normal life. I used to do chemo now. I used to say to the nurses, you know, whether he took her on board, I don't know. I used to say, if you know anyone who is on chemo and they're sort of going into themselves worrying, you won't get out of yourself in your home environment. You have to get out of inside yourself and go somewhere where you can forget about yourself. I'd say to my wife, Rita, do you mind if I go to a men's shed? Now, if I've said that 100 times, I've said it 1,000, but it's a sense of guilt, as if I'm running off to take the lead off my dog, which is my mind, and let it loose. But yeah, I love being at home, but down here, you've got 6, 7 men all the time. At home, you know, my family are all married, and I see them a lot, but to come down here is like letting a dog off the lead, and you sort of feel guilty. You do, because I feel I'm running out now, you know.
My wife was diagnosed with a condition, and I didn't know where to go. But my daughter, she found it on the Men's Shed on Facebook, and since I was delighted when she found the Men's Shed for me. I feel very happy coming here. That's how important the Men's Shed is to me, to get me out and about. And let's say it makes me more relaxed when I'm here. And means that's it.
And giving back to a community that, as little as I may be giving back, it's a sense of, belonging again to your roots, where your mother was born and all your family were born here. Now, none of them lived here, including myself, when they got married. But it's a sense of belonging. And I love it. I love the community. It's a real old Dublin community, and I just love it.